With the absolutely abysmal opening weekend for Kraven the Hunter at the box office, Sony has now announced that this is the end of the Spider-Man universe as we know it, which is not much of a surprise, especially when you see some of the absolute crap that is in the film, including Rhino, who shows up in the film. And this is what they thought Rhino should look like, which shows you that this film is complete and utter trash. Let's go ahead and watch this leaked clip from the Kraven the Hunter film of Rhino. This is just awful in every single way possible. So there's Rhino. This is what Sony thought Rhino should look like. This is so bad. Oh, and the clip only gets worse, guys. It only gets worse. Cringe. The fact that Kraven is saying, gosh, you're really heavy, like he's some sort of like he's Spider-Man. They're treating him like he's Spider-Man. Makes literally no sense whatsoever, and it's absolutely awful. No one is seeing this film, okay? The box office for this film is horrific. Kraven the Hunter crashes with record worst Sony Spider-Man debut. Moana 2 and Wicked continue to dominate. So yeah, this film is completely falling apart, and it is absolutely horrific. So Kraven the Hunter has hit a record low in its opening weekend. Per Deadline, as of Saturday morning, Kraven the Hunter is projected to close out its opening weekend with a 3-day domestic gross between 11 and 12 million. So what we have on our hands here is yet another film that is going to be losing Sony just a ridiculous amount of money. This movie is going to be a complete and total flop in every way possible. And it shows you once again that these studios are completely out of touch and they don't understand what fans want. And Sony truly does not get this whatsoever. We just got some insane news about Sony and Disney's deal, which shows you that they could have given us something really cool with this Spider-Man universe, but they completely have fumbled the ball. Sony and Disney's deal has reportedly never prevented Spider-Man from appearing in any of the Sony spin-off films. Tom Holland's Spidey can be used. Sony thought audiences wouldn't accept him appearing in non-MCU films, which is just insane to me. And the fact is that they've already established that there is the Spider-Verse. There are just hundreds of different iterations of Spider-Man out there that they could have used in all of these different various projects, but they haven't done that whatsoever. This is such a huge, major fail on Sony's part in every way possible. And as you can see, there are a lot of fans who, after discovering this news, are very, very angry with Sony for the way that they have handled the Spider-Man universe. So in other words, they just hate making money. So this whole time, we could have been getting lots of Spider-Man movies, Venom with spider powers, and so on. WTF. They're all just a bunch of people who are more worried about putting their DEI nonsense into the films and checking off their DEI boxes more than actually giving fans what they want and actually making a lot of money at the box office. Kraven the Hunter kills off Sony's Spider-Man villain universe. So here we are. We are now at the end of the Spider-Man villain universe, and it is over, guys. It is now done because Kraven the Hunter was such an embarrassing flop in the box office, and we are already only in the opening weekend for Kraven, and it is completely falling apart. Sony now intends to stop with the villains and stick to its main character, Spider-Man, through movies starring Tom Holland, animated features, and something called Spider-Man Noir starring Nicolas Cage, which I'm actually pretty excited for. Spider-Man Noir, I think that could be a very interesting project. It just depends on if they actually execute it right, which of course is always the big question mark with anything coming from Hollywood these days, or even Amazon, who is making the Spider-Man Noir thing. But so, and even with that, like, this is still such a narrow vision of what they could be doing with the Spider-Man universe, and it shows you that Sony just truly has no idea what they are doing whatsoever. You know, if they actually got people in there who cared more about the stories and giving fans what they wanted instead of worrying about DEI checkboxes, then maybe we wouldn't be in this mess. Now, obviously, these films in themselves aren't full of DI nonsense necessarily, but that is the culture of Hollywood these days, where they are so out of touch with what fans actually want. And when was the last time we've actually really gotten anything from Hollywood that made fans truly happy? Even Marvel isn't doing that these days, and it's just a complete and total mess. And so, with that being said, let me know what you think about all of this complete insanity, the complete and total flop that Kraven the Hunter has become. I'm not really surprised by this, and I think it's only going to continue to get worse as more and more fans realize that they don't have to go see all of the slop that Hollywood continues to give us. So with that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.